What's up Multiverse, Dr. Dave here, welcome to the Geek Lounge. On today's video we're going to be checking out some Spider-Man Funko Pops. Alright guys, welcome back to another Funko Pop unboxing here on the channel. As I said, we're going to unbox some Spider-Man Funko Pops in today's video. You guys would have seen on the thumbnail I did manage to get the Amazon exclusive No Way Home 3-pack, but that's not the only Amazon exclusive multi-pack we're going to be checking out today. Because I did pick up the 5-pack which forms part of the Beyond Amazing collection, where we have Prodigy, the Hornet, Prince of Arachne, Spider Armor Mark 1 and Spider Armor Mark 2. I'd been looking at this for a while when it first came out, I want to say 3-4 months ago, if not even longer, and I was like, you know what, these Amazon exclusives, like not all of them but the majority of them, especially like the deluxe ones, build a set, build a scene, multi-packs like this, they always do typically go on sale eventually. And I said to myself, you know what, if this one dropped to like 30 quid, I'd probably be tempted, because then that would average out to about £6 per pop. It went to like 31 something, so I decided to grab it because I do want to add more Spider-Man figures into my Funko Pop collection. But knowing my luck, it's probably now going to drop down even further, like 25, maybe even £20. I mean, it probably will by the time Black Friday comes along, but that's like 6 months away, right? And we're like here now. And I'll be 100% honest with you guys, even though I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, I don't know much about the first 3 characters in the set. I've seen a lot of, like, consumed a lot of Spider-Man media, I should say, but there's still so much more out there, right? Comics, films, TV shows, animations, video games, so much out there to consume. I wonder if anyone has consumed it all. But here we have Prodigy, who looks a bit like Thor, if I'm being honest. Like, I did a tiny bit of research before I was filming this, and Prodigy here seemed like more like within the Marvel sort of verse rather than particularly part of the Spider-Verse, if that makes sense. I don't know, like I only did a tiny bit of research, so I'm not 100% sure. I think he did, whether he teamed up or had an association with the Hornet, who's the next character we're going to look at, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, like I said, it looks a bit Thorish, with the red cape, with those silver wing style mask thing, and silver armor as well. I mean, it's still a pretty cool figure. Like I said, just don't know much about the character. And then we have the Hornet up here next. There is some really nice detail on this figure. Again, though, I don't know much about the character at all. I don't know if he was part of this Slingers group I read that Prodigy was the leader of. I just read a bit that their paths crossed a few times. Like, yeah. I don't really want to go into things that I know nothing about, guys. But like I said, this does have some really nice detail in it. We have that Hornet there on the front. We got the wings at the back. I guess some like spikes, radars, whatever, forming part of the mask as well. Like, fairly colourful suit, bit of pink, bit of kind of teal, is that the correct colour? With that yellow Hornet symbol as well. Yeah, I think a pretty cool pop. The third figure we have, guys, is the Prince of Arachne. I think I am pronouncing that correctly. Again, I don't know much about the character. I've done a little bit of research. He's from Earth 71004, if that's the correct pronunciation of that Earth designation. And from what I could understand, it's more like a medieval style, like mythical sort of style kingdom that he is the prince of, which kind of makes sense when you look at the character's design. Yeah, very cool, very unique. Samurai-like to an extent, with that like ponytail coming out the back of the what is it, a mask, is it a helmet, I'm not entirely sure. He is covered in armor that, like I said, looks very samurai-like, does have a sword as well. I mean, I think it's just a really cool looking figure. I'm definitely going to go and do some more research on this and find out more about this character. The fourth figure is the Spider Armor Mark 1. Now, again, I'll be completely honest, I don't know if this belonged to the Peter Parker from like Earth 616, or if it was like a different version of him within the Spider-Verse, but I've definitely come across this before. I always had a fascination with this like design way back from the Spider-Man animated series from the mid-90s, which I was a huge fan of. I had like all the Daily Bugle playset, tons of the figures. I'm certain I actually had this figure as well. I wish I still had all of them. That would have been really cool, but you kind of throw a lot out, don't you? And then you get older and you're like, I should have kept some of that stuff in my collection, but it is what it is. But he was in the, it was like towards the end of the whole show, actually. They went in, it was kind of like they did their version of Into the Spider-Verse, right? Like all those years ago, like I said, in the mid to late 90s when the show was finishing. And this was one of the Spider-Men that was there. I just found it fascinating with his kind of grey and black design, even though it's like very simplistic to an extent. There was something about it that just like fascinated me. And now I have it here in Funko Pop format. Yeah, very, very happy. And the final figure in this collection is the Spider Armor Mark II. Again, not too sure if the regular 616 Peter Parker had this, or if like it was another version of Peter Parker, or even just another character in general within the Spider-Verse, but it is certainly a suit I have come across, I think more in video games. I'm certain this one has been in many of the different and awesome Spider-Man video games that we've had over the years. Again, a pretty simplistic design, blacks, greys, but that yellow, like this could have been glow in the dark, right? It would have been really cool if they had made this glow. Yeah, it just looks nice, sleek, cool, bit badass, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a really, really nice suit. I like it a lot and really happy to add it to what is going to continue being an ever-growing Spider-Man collection. And I should also say this set comes with a long black base where you can display them all together. Looks pretty decent, but nothing too spectacular. Though looking at them all displayed together now, I do wonder if they were maybe all together in some kind of storyline, or if it is just a mishmash of characters. If someone knows more, drop a comment below. Alright guys, so that's the 5-pack done. It's now time to get into the 3-pack, the Amazon exclusive Spider-Man No Way Home 3-pack to be precise. Just a quick word on it, I did purchase it directly from Amazon in the UK, I should say. I missed the Funko Europe drop, which was, what, 2-3 weeks ago? I already can't remember, but it sold out very, very quickly, as did the Tom Holland Unmasked figure, which has like restocked 5 or 6 times in the US, still has not restocked over here. Very, very annoying. But yeah, this 3-pack, for whatever reason, is like incredibly popular. People really want it. Like I said, I got it off Amazon, but it was coming from Amazon EU. It wasn't going to be coming from the distribution centre within the UK. I paid £45 for it. I don't honestly know what the price was on Funko Europe because it's no longer on there anymore. If someone knows, let me know in the comment section below. But like I said, £45 I paid. And the weird thing is they said it was going to ship within 4 to 6 weeks. And I was like, well, that's a bit weird, but it's coming from the EU, so okay, maybe. Shipped within like 6 days. And here we go, we have it. Yeah, oddly very popular because it is just the 3 common figures in a 3-pack, but I kind of get it from my own perspective. It's really cool to own like all of them in one box, right? As the trio, we're like representing with a t-shirt from the Marvel Collector Core box, which we did open, what, last Friday? I'll give you guys a link to it if you did want to check that out. But yeah, let's waste no further time talking and let's check out the 3 Spider-Man from the awesome Spider-Man No Way Home movie. And as we are in Tom Holland's universe, we'll start with him. Here he is in the integrated suit. Very, very cool with the gold accents there. Like, I really do like this suit. I really love the suit at the end of the movie, but we'll talk about that in just a second. But yeah, just looks more military-like, if that kind of makes sense. Well, I guess it's integrated, right? There's like, it's from Iron Man, from Tony Stark, so it's got a lot of different integrated tech and things in there, so I guess that kind of makes sense why it does look a bit more military-like. But yeah, very, very cool suit. He's obviously jumping in here from the left. Again, that's another reason why the box looks cool, because he's jumping in from the left. You've got Andrew Garfield's jumping in from the right, and Tobey Maguire's is in the center, so it looks really, really cool as a 3-pack. It like also has that amazing potential if anyone was able to get it with the 3 signatures on there. I mean, that would be a dream come true, but yeah, I'm not too sure. I've seen a lot of Andrew Garfield sign things, not too many Tom Holland. I don't think I've ever seen any Tobey Maguire sign things. I don't really know if these guys do cons or private signings, but yeah, it would be so cool to get this 3-pack signed by all of them. Next up, we have Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, who is front and center in this box. Really, really cool. I really did like this suit back in the day. Like, I still like it today. It still does look pretty cool, but yeah, I always thought the suit looked really cool, really unique with the kind of silver accents. But yeah, like, I've always been a fan of all of the Spider-Man movies, to be honest. Like, definitely the second Amazing Spider-Man movie and the third Tobey Maguire one, they were a little bit like, yeah, so-so, but they were still decent, enjoyable enough. The rest, though, I really enjoyed. I really did like the first Amazing Spider-Man, the first 2 of Tobey Maguire's, and I've liked all 3 of Tom Holland's so far. Long may they continue. And, like, I really hope we get more Tobey Maguire and more Andrew Garfield, to be honest. Like, a lot of people used to slate Andrew Garfield and say his movies were crap, and suddenly he's loved again because it's now like all these years later coming in, and I'm like, what? Like, I always liked Andrew Garfield. I find it's the same with the prequel trilogy of Star Wars. Like, suddenly everyone's saying they're pretty good now because it's like years have passed and people just accepted them now. I don't know what the thing is, but I always liked the prequel trilogy. So I don't know why people are jumping on the bandwagon now. It annoys me a bit, but hey, love what you love, like what you like is what I say. But yeah, really, really cool figure. Yeah, what more can I say about it? The exact same design, of course, for the collector's core box where he is unmasked. It's, I'm pretty certain it's the same jumping pose anyway. Should remember, I did look at it the other day. But I'll put a short to it actually tonight as well in a couple of hours after this video. And lastly, we have Andrew Garfield, who was, of course, the Amazing Spider-Man. I didn't actually mention that Tobey Maguire is known as the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Did Tom Holland actually... I mean, I know he's been called, like, be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's what Tony Stark says to him in one of the movies. And is he... I don't know if he's ever referred to as amazing. He's just like Spider-Man, right? So I guess that's pretty cool that we've had these sort of 3 iterations, like in terms of the that kind of iconic name and whatnot being used. But yeah, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man here. This is more like, I guess, traditional to an extent with the colour scheme, the blue, like darkish blue, as well as the red. Looks pretty kind of basic. One thing I didn't actually mention as well, like you can kind of see the cartridges there, or like the part where they shoot out of. Really funny scene because, of course, Tobey Maguire's, they just like kind of come out of him, right? Like a real funny sort of conversation in the movie about it. Love that they touched upon that, because that was one of the controversies back in the day, that you didn't have like cartridges and all of that, and that you had to create them, that it literally just like secreted, is that the right word, out of his body. But yeah, another cool pop. There is also the Andrew Garfield mask one, where unmasked one, pardon me, where the mask is in his mouth, like when he's just come through the portal. That did sell out pretty quickly as well, but I imagine that one's not going to be too difficult to get hold of. The sad thing is that the Tom Holland unmasked Spider-Man, the Funko Shop exclusive, it's still readily available on Pop Culture. It's restocked 6 or 7 times in the US, but for us here in the UK and Europe, God knows what's happening. And there we go, guys. 8 new Spider-Man Funko Pops into the collection. I'm making a conscious yet slow effort to get more Spider-Man Funko Pops into my collection because he is my favourite Marvel character, along with the Punisher, if you guys were interested. Batman, by the way, again, if you were interested, my favourite DC character. Very much looking forward to that Flash movie, which looks like it's going to be like part Batman movie as well, if you have seen the trailer released during Super Bowl. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. So first and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Drop some comments below. Let me know, out of the 3 actors that played Spider-Man, that appeared in Spider-Man No Way Home, which one was your favourite? And as always, we've got plenty more content on the way for you guys. In tomorrow's video, we're going to be checking out another Star Wars Hot Toy. It's kind of becoming a bit of a regular occurrence. Hot Toys Wednesday. Maybe we should change it to Hot Toys Tuesday. But we do, of course, have our Mandalorian Marathon, but that comes up starting next Wednesday. So not tomorrow, the Wednesday after. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Tomorrow, I'm not too sure which figure we're checking out. It's going to be a surprise for me as much as it is a surprise for you. More Funko Pop parcels due. I've actually got a One Piece parcel due in either tomorrow or Thursday, so we'll be checking out either Friday, Saturday or Sunday, where we're going to be looking at some of the newly released One Piece Funko Pops, where we've got a chance of a couple of chases in there as well. More Naruto Kaiju content coming this weekend as well, so make sure you guys stay tuned for all of it and more. What is the easiest way to stay tuned, you ask? It's very, very simple. Subscribe, hit, click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any of that future content. Guys, thanks again for watching today's video, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds.